Chaplain Eileen, and today we're baking some snickerdoodle cookies. I love to bake, and these are some of my favorite cookies. One of the things I want to tell you before we begin, to preheat your oven to 400 degrees so you'll be ready when we're ready to put them in the oven. There are a couple secrets to doing these really well, is to have all your ingredients at room temperature before you start. The first step we're going to do is put a cup of unsalted butter in our mixer. And one of the keys here is that you want to clean that up really, really well, because the great thing about snickerdoodle cookies is they have a crispy outside, but they're kind of fluffy in the middle. And the reason they are that way is you get a lot of air in there. So this step here where you're taking the butter and cream in that is really important to do that well and get that really nice and fluffy. And then from there you're going to add your sugar. The other thing you don't want to do is handle it as little as possible. So you want to try to let it get combined on its own, and just only pull down from the sides and stuff as necessary, because it'll make them tough. The more you handle the dough, the tougher they'll get. While that's creaming, I'm going to add all my dry ingredients into the bowl. So I want to take 2 3/4 cups all-purpose flour in the bowl. We have 1 1/2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, and this is what gives it that kind of a pillowy center in the middle. Teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And what you want to do is just very, very, very gently mix this together before you even put it into the bowl. And by this time, this should be kind of creamy. So you just want to scrape that down. Best you can on both sides. And I'm going to pull that off. Last thing you want to do is you have 2 eggs. Make sure you get those in there, because that'll give you your rise. Mix that together really well. Make sure the yolks get broken and everything gets nice and combined in there. You can do that by hand, or you can actually add it in when you put the butter and the sugar together. You can add the 2 eggs in there as well. And what I usually do is I just add all the flour and the dry ingredients all at once in the center. And you just want very gently to mix it in. You don't want to handle it too much. You just want it to mix until it's combined. And I'm going to put it back in on the mixer and just combine it just a little bit more. Combine that just so that it's smooth. And it almost comes together in a ball. Once the dough is all combined, you want to take it and just run your hands through there, make sure that, or a spatula, make sure that everything's really combined. I like to use my hands a lot because I can feel the texture. It's nice and silky, and you know you're good to go. So then you can take a scoop or a large tablespoon. Scoop them out, nice size cookies. Roll them in a ball. Then you have the bowl that has cinnamon and sugar mixed together, and you just roll those in there really nicely. You can also chill the dough before you roll them up, but the great thing about this recipe, you can do it either way. If you do chill the dough, you need to add about another 1.5 minutes to the cook time. So you put these on your cookie sheet. So you do that. 2 inches apart, they'll spread, they'll get really nice and big and flat and beautiful. You do that for all the rounds that you make until your dough is gone. And these are what they look like when you're done. Nice and brown and crisp on the outside and puffy on the inside. I hope you enjoy making them.